Dulens is putting out another line of lenses, so let's chat about them. They're the Dulens APO CF Triassic Primes. Dulens HK was kind enough to send me out the 50mm T2.8 lens, and so I've had that for the last little bit, just being able to test it out, to shoot a ton of different stuff and kind of give you the lowdown, give you the review, go through the pros, the cons, the specs, and see if that's a lens that you'd want to add to your kit as well. So they say that the Dulens APO Triassic Prime is a macro lens optimized for filming, supporting full frame photography and videography, which is handy for shooting close-ups of people, product details, insects, plants, and more. So let's jump into the specs. It covers full frame sensors from T2.8 to T22. It has a 9.4 inch close focus, apochromatic design, just meaning that it's gonna cut down or take away all of that chromatic aberration. It is a Cine style lens, so it's got focus and iris gears. It has an 80mm front diameter, 72mm filter thread, a 46.5 image circle, compact form factor, and the eventual full kit will include 25mm, 35, 50, 90, and 120mm with a lens case. And so with all those specs, let's jump into the pros and the cons list. I think the first thing is just the image quality and the build quality. If you have shot on their APO mini primes, you'll know great build quality, great image quality, and this is no different. They're just well-built little tanks. When it comes to why I like the image quality, that's the APO design. So just getting rid of all that chromatic aberration. For me, that's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. Some people don't mind it. I prefer a lens or an image that doesn't have that. And so again, this lens provides that APO design that's gonna get rid of it. And then also, like the APO mini primes, the APO close focus Triassic primes also produce that kind of smooth bokeh effect that the mini primes are known for. Although these ones don't have kind of that vintage look with the coating that they put on the lenses of the mini primes. So the Triassic lenses are going to be more of a neutral look. I also just love, as with the mini primes, I love the compact form factor of this. Again, this fits, I think, really nicely with my mini prime set. The 50mm is just a compact and light lens. So it's not something that's gonna weigh me down or break my back or wrists. And so while this isn't a macro lens per se, it is a close focus lens, which just again adds versatility to my kit and just gives me a chance to create some incredible close-up shots that I wouldn't be able to get without this lens. And I know I'm bringing up the mini primes a lot, but I think what's great about these is that the focal lengths of the Triassic primes don't overlap with the mini primes, so they can just complement each other instead of having copies of the same focal length in your set. Not only does it add the close focus feature, but can be an extra focal length to shoot just normal shots as well. Another pro is the price. This lens, the 50mm T2.8, is right now $499. I'll link it below. That's kind of an insane price for what this lens can do. Not only is it just a gorgeous 50mm lens, everything in this video is actually shot on this 50mm, except for the behind the scenes where you're seeing the lens. I just love the Dulens brand company. It has a great Facebook group, and the Dulens HK Facebook group is awesome. It's run by Jackson Chan. Just an awesome guy, super helpful, answering any questions in terms of what the lenses can and can't do, and also just making sure that you do get your lenses as quick as possible. So just an awesome group where everybody in there is just sharing what they know, what they've shot. Can't speak more highly of the group. So unfortunately, with every product, there are also cons. So let's go over some of those cons. The first being that, as mentioned on their site, the 35mm and the 50mm might not be compatible with every PL lens adapter. Going from the Sony mount to PL lens mount, the Sirui did not fit, but the Nisi did work. So not every PL adapter is gonna work with these lenses, so just make sure to double check which yours is. That's another reason why the Facebook group is so helpful. Just a ton of people have commented on which ones work, which ones don't. Again, the Sirui one did not work for me, but the Nisi one did. Another con that I've noticed is the lens breathing. Like, this definitely has a lot of lens breathing when you're changing the focus. So for me, that's not a make or break kind of situation, but it is something that I definitely noticed. And for some people, they just can't handle the lens breathing. This one definitely has it. And then lastly, again, more of a stylistic, could be pro, could be con. While I haven't noticed a ton of flaring in this lens, I've noticed a lot of kind of like light haze coming into the image. And it all depends on certain situations, whether it's heavily backlit or not. Yeah, it just kind of washes out the image, which might not be the look that you're going for. So with all that said, let me know in the comments below if this is a lens that you would want to try. If it's a lens that you did end up buying, I would love to hear from you. Let me know if there's other videos that you'd want me to make, topics to touch on. Want to hear from you. And as always, I'll see you on the next video.